to this week's episode of Kidlet 6. I'm your host, Julie, and each week we get to spend 6 minutes together celebrating book birthdays, connecting with authors, and discovering lots of fun books together. As a reminder, all the books mentioned in today's episode are listed down below, so if you hear a book that you think sounds interesting, you can look down there to find all the details. One of the things I love about Kidlet 6 is getting to connect with authors. And so this week, I asked a bunch of authors a question. Would they rather have butterfly wings or a horsetail? Let's see what they had to say.
Wow. Wow. I think the horsetail would just get in the way. Wings would get in the way too. Could you sit? Would you crush your wings? I think the wings, they're pretty.
But, I'm a big guy. Butterfly wings wouldn't do a lot for me because they'd have to be really big butterfly wings, in which case then they would be hard to do anything else. So I got the horsetail, if for no other reason than horsetails are good at swatting away flies, which is, a big problem here in Florida where I live.
Butterfly wings, for sure. Butterfly wings are beautiful.
Butterfly wings, because then I could fly.
Hey, I'm Chris Barron, middle grade author of this book called All of Me, and this book called The Magical Imperfect. Magical Imperfect takes place in the San Francisco Bay Area in 1989 during one of the most famous World Series of all time, and during a huge earthquake that really shakes things up. And it's the friendship story of Eitan and Malia, and how Eitan, who is selectively mute since his mom left, means he doesn't like to talk, does a delivery one day for his grandfather and winds his way down Old Forest Road, where he meets Malia, who's known as the Creature because of a really bad skin disease. And it's a story about the ancient magic that helps them come together and find healing, not just for themselves, but maybe even for the whole town. And I want to recommend this other book called The Hedgehog of Oz by Cory, Leonardo. It is such a fantastic story about Marcel the Hedgehog and all of his fantastic friends who spend their days in an old theater, and one day they decide to make a daring trip home again. Fantastic book that my whole family loved. I hope you enjoy books, and maybe even these books.
Imagine what your life would be like if you were just 1 or 2 inches tall. That's what life is like for our main characters in this week's Kidlet 6 book of the week. Our book is Journey Beyond the Burrow by Rina Heisel, and this is the story of Tobin and his family, who are all mice. Now, in order to survive in the forest, every mouse must follow a certain set of rules. And then, one dark and stormy night, monstrous arachnids invade their safe burrow and kidnap Tobin's baby brother. Tobin sets off to save his baby brother, but in order to do so, he's going to have to do something he's never done before: break the rules. If you are a reader who likes animals, adventures, or stories that'll keep you on the edge of your seat, then you're going to want to pick up a copy of Journey Beyond the Burrow. The day a book first comes out is called its publication day, but since it's a lot more fun to call it its book birthday, we're going to do that. So let's get ready to celebrate a couple of this week's book birthdays. First up is Welcome to Dweeb Club by Betsy Uhrig. Jason is in his 2nd week of 7th grade when he signs up for the brand new hair club, and then he discovers the club is a little odd. They have to review the school's security camera footage, and then something super strange happens. Students in the club find footage that is actually of them 5 years in the future. How in the world did they get this footage, and what are they going to do about it? Our next book birthday is Children of the Fox by Kevin Sands. 5 children with very unusual talents are brought together to complete a task: commit an impossible crime. Are they going to be able to do it? The best way to celebrate a book's birthday is to read the book. So head to your local library or your local bookstore and get your copy of these books today. Then join me in wishing these books and authors a happy birthday. seem like parents and teachers go on and on and on with a whole lot of flapdoodle. Do you think you can use flapdoodle in a sentence? Try creating your own sentence and then share it with us on social media at Kidlet6. Thank you for watching this week's episode of Kidlet 6. We can't wait to see you again next week. In the meantime, we'd love to hear what you're reading, and you can email us at the address listed below. We hope you have a great week and happy reading!